welcome in. Things in Mars. Yeah, that works. We just manifest it, right? Right? All right, Gloria, what you got? Yes, she does. I guarantee you she does.
How come the contract this week?
There you go.
Is it okay?
That is something important. Anybody else have anything personal? Anybody online? Oh, we got music going on. Yeah, you've been to a couple.
I have been to a couple, but I can say that I am definitely surrounded by great, successful people. I'm glad to be a part of KW. I am looking to shadow open houses, so please, 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 make me as successful as you.
Thank you. Awesome. Love it. All right. Two of them there.
Hi, my name is Nicola. Um, I have joy, I have peace, and I'm very expectant.
So,
I'm a new agent and I'm really excited to join Keller Williams. And my name is Afshin Bamani, new agent. Excited to join Keller Williams and loving all the classes so far.
yeah. All right. Oh, now we're on the roll.
Hi, my name is Tanya Green, and I'm a new agent, and I'm so excited to be here with Keller
Yeah,
Williams.
well, welcome to the family. A lot of new faces today.
Hi everyone, I am Angelica Burgess. I go by Angie. It is my second week here. Liska brought me on, and I'm so excited to be a part of the team.
Good deal. Welcome to have you. All right. We good? Anybody else? All right. Let's go. I think Norman's got it figured out by now. Nope. Okay. All right. Well, we typically go to upcoming events, right? So again, a reminder that risk management with Marilyn O'Neill has, oh, are we worried about the music? Is that what's going on? Is that what you're looking for? Okay. There's probably a tab in there that's open with them. It's good. I got background music. Only I could have that, right? All right, so risk management again with Marilyn O'Neill, right? Our mandatory compliance monthly conversations and updates have changed or will be changing now to Tuesdays, and it's going to be the last Tuesday of the month. Okay, so we'll get into that. Lead gen with leaders again is every weekday. Do not forget that on every morning. Agent productivity 30, 60, 90. The stream is still going on every Thursday. You don't want to miss that. We have another Field Trip Friday announcement. We have a marketing mastermind coming up. Our very popular bingo night is coming up. Yeah. Ramadan Iftar party is coming up. We have a job fair that I'm going to tell you about. And then, of course, it's time to start having that conversation about given where we live and what we are as a company and why we're so special. And, of course, our annual Red Day. So that's what today is going to be all about. All right. So, again, reminder that we are going to be in alignment with the other two sister market centers, and we're going to go ahead and do our risk management combined now, and we have a new day. It's going to be the last Tuesday of every month starting at 10 a.m. All right, so now it will no longer be right before the team meeting. It's going to be on Tuesdays at 10 a.m., right, virtually. Just make sure you take note of that. All right, again, Lead Gen with Leaders is every every morning, every weekday morning from Monday through Friday right here in the training room. From 9 to 10 o'clock, there will be at least one leadership representative being in here, lead genning with you, right? It's about the accountability and holding each other accountable, right? We had a amazing agent volunteer this week to lead it with us too, it's Alicia Griffin. Brandon Turner is always in here as well regularly, right? So again, that's what it's all about. It's about helping each other and holding each other accountable for our growth, okay? So I implore you to come in here on any day you can. You're more than welcome to stay longer than 10 o'clock to continue to lead gen in here as long as there's not a class or a training. You will guarantee have a leadership member from 9 to 10 o'clock, okay? All right, and again, following that up, the leadership team is doing a Team Leader 30, 60, 90 right now through MAPS coaching, and what that brings with it is Agent Productivity 30, 60, 90 for you guys, and that is a once a week, every Thursday stream webinar from 3 to 3:30. It's only 30 minutes. That's going to talk about high-level coaching from top executive level MAPS coaches, all right, too. And it's from the feedback I've gotten from certain agents in here, it's pretty powerful. I would attempt. We're starting to get to the end of it now. So if you have not attended one of those or you have been, continue to do so. They're super powerful. Okay. Again, there's the same Zoom link every week. It's at 3 o'clock every Thursday right now. All right. I believe that's going to be maybe till the first week of April or second week of April. All right, we have our Field Trip Friday, and I don't see Mr. Turner around. I don't know where he just disappeared. Oh, there you are. Hey, you want to come up and talk about this for a second? You were being so quiet today. Look at that. Because I scolded you 5 minutes ago. Come on. Oh, Mike, Barbara. Can we have a mic, Barbara? Appreciate you, dude. Yeah, maybe. Well, that's how you put it, so. Abrasive, there we go. All right, you want to talk about your Field Trip Friday?
Sure. Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? Good. Glad to see everyone.
Stop tapping the table.
All right. Oh, maybe I'm abrasive. All right, so we have a Field Trip Friday coming up. For those of you guys who don't know what Field Trip Friday is, it is a way for us to be able to go out and explore new construction communities out and about throughout the city. So the goal is not to target our big neighborhoods like our Siennas, our Riverstone. It's to kind of go out and find those different niches and tell the story to our buyers that we have that are coming out to Houston. So not everybody knows about these different areas. So this week we're going to a neighborhood. It's called The Retreat at Oak Reserve out in the Energy Corridor, right off of Highway 6, heading north, right before you get to I-10. There's like an Irish bar, so you got to take a little street, a little niche. But I did.
Oh, where the Irish bar. I got it.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Drinks on the mesh afterwards.
So.
So it's a great townhome community, and again, they're also doing a lot of new development. So the company Midway, who's doing the East River project out there at Edo, they're also doing the Watermark district about 4 minutes away from there, and they're going to revitalize the old, oh my gosh, what company is this? ConocoPhillips building off of, I wish it was there. I can't think of the name. Anyways, they're redeveloping that neighborhood over there, and it's going to be hotels, restaurants, businesses, and even energy corridor businesses as well. So that's all encompassing a part of the story that we're going to take and capture on film and put it out there for everybody to utilize. So, yes.
Cool. Awesome.
So around here, we say age is just a number. The vibe is always useful. So you could be 85 years old and still rock it with us. Or 10. 10-year-olds know how to hold a camera. I see you have a bunch of them in the audience. Yeah. All right. Thank you. guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate it. And just for clarity purposes, you provide your own transportation, right? You get over there
Oh,
on. Yes.
sorry. Yes, transportation is not provided, so yes, you will need to utilize your own vehicles to get there. This one, we also do have lunch being provided and sponsored, so if you guys could sign up, there is a QR code link here, and also there's a sign up link in the Facebook group as well. So I look forward to seeing you guys all there. We're starting at 12 o'clock noon sharp. Thank you guys.
All right. Appreciate you, Brandon. Thank you. All right. So it looks like the PC program is going to have a marketing mastermind on Thursday, March 21st. So that's next Thursday at 10 a.m. And look out. I believe the information is there on KWSW 25. There's going to be a combination of Israel and Greg, I believe. And as Israel usually puts it, whenever we have something like this, it doesn't necessarily mean it's just geared towards only PC. So everybody is more than welcome to come on in for the marketing mastermind. Okay. Bingo night, always a fun time, right? So it looks like we have one now scheduled for March 21st from 5:30 to 7 p.m. Thanks to New American Funding that usually takes the charge on this. And we have quite a few other sponsors that are helping us out. It's always a fun time. We have some bites to eat usually, some drinks are usually shared, and always a lot of fun. There's usually prizes that are given away, so I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that we probably have some prizes. You don't wanna miss this. Yeah, it's usually a full room. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of jokes, and then of course we do our best to invite the what do we call it? The #1 bingo caller of all time or something like that. Yeah. Oh, you're not supposed to give it away yet. It's like build up the suspense for these people. But yes, it's a lot of fun. Chad usually likes calling the number, so.
And I'm gonna win.
Oh, who was that? Who's already talking trash? Yeah, I know it was. That's why I asked who it was. Was it Renee? Yeah.
Yep.
Renee's what we call. She's Gary Sternagel. She's banned for all time now. Yeah, she's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. How does that even work, right? All right. So we have our annual iftar party on March 26th at 7 p.m. This is something that we do every year. And again, this is a reminder that this is an opportunity for us as a family just to come together. This is faith agnostic, right? This is something that the Muslim faith celebrates every year, and it's a big deal. And so we come together as a family here also to celebrate it, and they host it for us. And it's a lot of fun, a lot of good food, and a lot of, again, great fun and laughs. Okay, so I implore you to sign up. There is a sign up at the front desk. So please. All right, and you'll be getting some more information because it's on March 26th. All right, woo, we got a lot of things going on, don't we? All right, this is pretty big too, guys. We've organized a job fair that's going to happen on March 28th, and it's going to take place from 10 to 2 p.m. right here in the training room. So what is this about? Well, we have a bunch of groups and teams here that are looking to expand, okay? So if that is you or even an individual real estate agent that's looking to start building a team and you're going in that direction and you would like to, get information of individuals that are looking to potentially, get hired or looking for new opportunities, then make sure you get in touch with Verna, and that way we have what you're looking for and your name down, and that way you can be set up in here, okay, and to take advantage of that. Now, on the flip side, if you're potentially maybe in a position right now to look for opportunities for income or for other, maybe some jobs that are within one of our teams or groups that are looking to expand, then make sure you're attending. That way you can have some conversations on what they're looking for, okay? Now, again, to clarify, this job fair is not just for licensed agents, okay? So if you are a team or a group or looking to expand maybe in another, another job profile in the industry, that is also going to be available, right? Whether it's an admin or marketing manager or maybe just a runner for signs or something like that. The job fair is encompassing any, okay? So again, reach out to Verna for some more info if you need that, but it is going to be taking place right here in the training room, March 28th, 10 to 2. Okay. All right. So now it's time for our ALC Minute. And what we're going to be focusing on today is giving back to the community, because that's a big part of our culture here at KW, right? And while it's the number one purpose behind it, one of you two are pointing at each other, at least one of y'all start coming up here, right? The point is that while our primary focus is to actually give where we live, it can also, in hindsight, benefit our business, right? So that's what today's conversation is going to be about. Yes, we're going to focus on giving back to our community, but also how we can impact our business, right? So first and foremost, our big day, Red Day, is coming up. So we have Karen and Parker up here, and we're going to have our Red Day guests as well, and Liska. And let's talk about what we're planning for Red Day. All right.
How's everyone doing out there? Okay, awesome. Well, we all understand what Red Day is, I hope. Okay, so if everyone don't understand, huh? Oh, tell you more. Okay, Red Day stands for to renew, energize, and donate. And that has to do with the community, serving our community. And our community is Fort Bend. So what we're going out to do, we're going out to renew, energize, and donate to a company in our community, which is Ring Strength Therapeutic Horsemanship. And so I brought them in today just so they can give you more insight of what we're going to, what they're all about, what we're going to donate our services to them. So you may get a little dirty, you may not get a little dirty, you may jump on a horse. I don't know what you may do. The main thing is that we are here to just give back to the community. And that's one of the things that we're looking at doing right now. Okay. And Red Day came in fact with Mo Anderson, and Mo's birthday is on May the 9th. So we do it every year, May the 9th, which is around the whole country of Keller Williams. So all the Keller Williams throughout the country come together, and they take that one day and they spend time giving back to their community, donating their time, rather it be working hard, planting flowers, whoever we pick that we want to give back to, that's who we go out and spend our day doing. So I would love for all of you guys to come out, and we're going to have a sign-up sheet, and I'm going to bring up the organization that is going to give you a little bit more information about their organization. We also have a video that we're going to let you see play so we can see a little bit more about it. But we really want to make this exciting, and we want to give back, and we want to support our community, and we just want to work hard, have fun, laugh, giggle. Like I say, they got horses. Maybe they'll let us ride them. I don't know. So just come on out, and I'm gonna let Heather Hernandez take over, and she will give you a little bit more information about the.
Thank you so much, Sharon. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Good morning. I so sorry I was sneaking in at the last minute. That coming from a meeting in Fulshire, that traffic was a bear. So I'm Heather Hernandez Cedillo. I'm the executive director and co-founder of Reigning Strength Therapeutic Horsemanship. We are so appreciative of our friendship and relationship with your organization. We're excited to have you guys as a Derby sponsor for our fundraiser. That's May 4th. So May 4th, we're going to be styling with our Kentucky Derby attire. And then on the 9th, you guys get to come out and see our place firsthand. So we serve individuals with physical, cognitive, social, emotional needs through interactions with horses, equine assisted services. That's a really broad mission. So ages 2 and up, things like developmental type disabilities like Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, individuals with autism. But we also partner with many different organizations to work with at-risk youth like the Boys and Girls Club. We work with children experiencing homelessness from Parks Youth Ranch. We also partner with child advocates. We have girls from Ayanti Girls Home, which is a home for young teenage girls who have been removed from the home because of CPS, abuse, neglect. So horses can really help people heal in so many different ways. It's not just a pony ride. We have kids that have taken their first steps, said their first words, that were very sensory defensive, but after their experiences riding the horses and getting all that input, they're trying new things. They're able to wear clothes with tags on them now. I mean, these are life-changing things that are happening out at Reigning Strength. It's amazing. So I'm so excited for you guys to get to be a part of it, to come out and see our program firsthand. We have lots of different tasks that you can do. We're on just under 19 acres. We have a 40,000 square foot covered facility. It's not like any barn you've ever seen. It's very clean. And so thanks to the help of individuals like you guys that are going to come out and help. We won't have you shoveling out horse manure unless you really want to. We can have some inside jobs like cleaning tack, depending on what the weather's doing. One of the things that I love about our organization is the community it provides for our clients and for our client families. So when you think of a child that needs a lot of assistance, that mom, it's 24/7.
We lost sound online.
And that's our Kentucky Derby Day. It's all the hoopla of being at the Kentucky Derby, but here in the Houston area. So we have a hat contest. We have boots and bow ties for the guys, mint and julep toast. We sing My Old Kentucky Home. It's a lot of fun. And so what questions do you guys have? Anybody have any questions? Yes, ma'am. So we're in Richmond, right off of 359, close to Enchanted Gardens and Foster High School. So not too far from here. What, any other questions?
Well, the Red Day normally goes.
24 hours, y'all are gonna work.
No, it normally goes from like 1 to 5. And what we would do for Red Day, we will set up shifts. So what I would do, I would send out a sign up for the different shifts. So you will be able to pick, we're Heather and I and Liska, we're still working on the times of the shifts and then the tasks in the shifts that's gonna be done, okay? So I will send those out and then you can fill out what shift you wanna come. Now, just take in mind, we have to spread out the shift, so everybody can't come to one shift. So we'll limit in the sign up how many people will be able to come for this shift and this shift and this shift. That way we can spread it through. And we'll have water out there and we're looking for volunteer for someone to like maybe do breakfast for us, like donuts and water, and then we'll look for someone to do lunch for us, okay?
We do have an air conditioned classroom, so hopefully it'll be nice. It's May, you never know, but there is climate controlled space for you guys to have lunch or breakfast or whatever too.
So we're looking forward to everyone coming out there. So this is something that we do every year, and we appreciate you, Heather, allowing us
Thank you so much.
to be able to come out.
I appreciate it. I have one more thing that my volunteer coordinator Donna would be very upset with me if I didn't mention. We are a volunteer driven organization. So just like this work day, but we have 150 volunteer slots a week to fill. People that lead our horses sidewalk, and we take volunteers ages 14 and up. So high school kids can come get their hours. So please help us spread the word about that. Anybody have any other questions?
Any of those kids back there 14 that we need to send with you?
Come on,
Oh,
let's go. Yes, ma'am.
The yes hours.
Absolutely, yes. We sign stuff, Donna signs stuff off on hours all the time for those high school kids, so we're happy to do that. Any other questions?
So come on out, guys, and let's, really learn about their organization and just give back to your community. And this is the time to do it. Like I tell my son all the time, if you give, you can receive. So if you come out and you give and you spend the time and you spend time with us that day, you'll receive something for giving. So let's make this 2024 Red Day event
And we're really looking
Exciting.
forward to marketing you guys. So we'll get lots of pictures on our social media, our Instagram. We have a great TikTok too. So we'll get some videos.
Awesome.
But
Okay.
horses make for great selfie pictures. So when you're out there, be sure to have your cell phone ready so you can snap some pictures with some of the horses too. Did you have a question?
Yes.
Dress comfortable for the weather.
Well, I'm sorry, Heather, not
go
to
ahead.
cut you off. What we do for Red Day, she has a shirt on like it. It's gonna say red, it's gonna say Red Day. We will have our, we will have, right. We will have our T-shirts that will have Red Day on it, given where you live. And so we will also take sizes for that. And that way we're all dressed alike. Okay, so we will have red T-shirts and maybe you blue jeans or shorts, whatever you want to wear. But this, I wouldn't do I would do comfortable shoes, nice, tennis shoes and, not something open-toed.
Yeah, we do
okay?
require closed-toed and closed-heeled shoes. That way you guys can, if you want to take pictures of horses and be on the horse side, just for safety.
Okay,
Yes,
any more questions?
So is there several different like activities we'll be doing, like, a group will be doing this and another group will be doing this? Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar to another one I did before.
Yes. So what we'll do when we send out the sign up, that's why we'll put them in shifts.
Okay.
And then when you get out there and whatever shift you're in, then they will have also different sections that you may want to work in. And take as many pictures, because the main thing, guys, is to go out there and just spread the word to the community that you're donating your time, that you're out here helping them clean up here, do this, or plant flowers, or whatever they have for us to do.
And we
Okay.
want you guys to do that because by marketing what you're doing in your business, it also helps us get the word out about our mission. So, and we'll do that as well on our end. So we're really looking forward to it.
Okay.
Any other questions for me?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, so we take donations from companies, private individuals, we write grants, and then our Kentucky Derby party, it's a big piece of our budget for the year. We raise all those funds at Derby Day. So Donna will have all that stuff afterwards. If anybody wants
Okay.
any information on Derby, she can fix you up. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, we have a video. We're gonna play the video for you.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you.
guys. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
My name is Dana Knight. I am mom of Edward Michael Knight. We call him Eddie. Sometimes we call him Eddie Michael. When I was 11 weeks pregnant, we saw traces that there could be something genetically going on with the baby. Through an amniocentesis at 20 weeks, we found that Eddie has 2 genetic conditions. He has a duplication of one of his chromosomes, and then another one of his chromosomes, he has a rip. He's missing a huge chunk in the middle. The geneticist at Texas Children's always said that we've never seen this before. It's rare to have one genetic condition, even more rare to have 2. From the very beginning through the pregnancy, we went to all the specialists. Since he's been born, we did all the tests. Amazingly, he has been doing great. We started noticing when he was little that he wasn't progressing as much as your typical child at that age. And so, of course, knowing when I was pregnant that something was different with Eddie, we started in therapies as fast as we could. We did PT, OT, speech from as early as we could. Unfortunately, that was 2020, and so everything was over Zoom. How do you do PT over Zoom? I still have yet to find out, even though I've lived it. Because he's been slow to progress, he's also been slow to show us his personality, but man, his personality is coming out strong now. He's gonna be 3 in June, and we can see things, even though he's nonverbal, he shows us so much of what his passions are. My father, Edward, and Tom Hernandez have known each other from Boy Scouts about 20 years ago. And my father was on a board at one time of Reigning Strength, always being such cheerleaders, and Reigning Strength was always close to our hearts. It became a different closeness to our hearts when Eddie was born. And It was interesting because at the last Derby day, oh my goodness, I saw Reigning Strength in a different view. And he was not yet 2 at the time when we went to Derby Day. And Tom came up to my husband Garrett and said, it's time to get Eddie on the horse. Always knowing Reigning Strength was such a special organization, and then seeing it from a client perspective has been incredible. But having a child that has differences, you never want your child to struggle with anything. But then knowing they're gonna have that struggle, but also knowing you would not change your kid. My older daughter, who's 5, she can go do, and it just comes easy to her. And you can see Eddie struggle with so much. And he wants to run around outside and he wants to go do things, but he has limitations. But on the horse, he doesn't have limitations and he can do so much more. And it's really amazing to be able to see that joy that's not restraining him at all. He can be so much of himself on the horse. Last fall we started and he wasn't using his walker. His PT and his OT was telling us, this kid can walk. He has the muscles, he has the strength. We don't know where his disconnect in his brain that won't get him to take that first step. So we started with Reigning Strength and he immediately took to Kiki. I think it took probably 2 or 3 sessions, then all of a sudden he woke up one morning. I brought him downstairs in our house and he saw his walker. He scooted over to his walker and he just decided, I'm gonna use my walker now. And you can't really say, oh, it just happened. No, all these pieces are coming together and Reigning Strength really helped put them together in his life. So he started using his walker after starting Reigning Strength. He started using more signs. RD helped so much with him on his signs of go and even more and all done. The first time Eddie Michael blew a kiss was when he was on Kiki saying thank you to his walkers. His overall cognitive abilities has improved. And it's allowed us to see his personality shine more because he is one of his happiest when he's here ready to get on Kiki. What I want the community to know about Reigning Strength is that there is a lot of other therapies out there. And especially as a parent of a kid who has differences and challenges, we go through so many different therapies. But Reigning Strength therapeutic horsemanship brings that extra touch that no one else can really bring. It helps out with their whole body and their mind, but it really helps out with these kids' hearts. And seeing my son, I feel like I cry every time we come here because it's so amazing to be able to give them that extra, but to give them that passion and their love surrounded by this place of love and support is so much that I can ask for, and I will always be grateful.
Now walking, that was walker after the video in a while, so it's like, and he's now starting this close to talking. When he rides his horse, he picks up tones and he makes sounds to his horse to make him go. So, when you guys come out and volunteer, you're part of changing lives by being a part of Reigning Strength.
It's awesome. I love it. I love it. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Right. So let's make a difference by helping them make a difference. Okay. And the reason why we're letting you know now is simply to put it on your radar. It's May 9th. It's our red day. It's always the first Thursday of every month. So, you know, we'd love to have Sharon. Liska, do we have like a goal of how many volunteers? 100. Okay. I love it. Right. So let's get out there. Let's volunteer for that day. Okay. So appreciate you. And as more news comes out, we'll be informing y'all. Okay. All right. Good deal. Thank you. All right. Well, let's continue that theme. All right. So, what was that? Oh man, come on, right? Come on. No introduction needed. Oh, I forgot. I don't have my lapel mic on. Dang, I can't even pace anymore. All right, so let's continue that theme and also in the same light, focus on how giving back to the community can also impact our business. Okay, so my special guest today in an introduction, although you've kind of heard her around the last few weeks, is none other than Bincy Jacobs. So come on up, Bincy. get the ball rolling, we're gonna have to share this mic. It'll be, just turn the mic up, volume up a little bit, Norm, we should be all right. Look at that, see, we planned it. We
We did
totally
not.
planned it. All right, tell us about you. Who's Bincy Jacob?
How long do we talk?
Just keep talking.
Okay. My name is Bincy Jacob. I'm a native New Yorker. I grew up in New York City. We moved here to Houston in 2012, so about 12 years ago. My background is actually as a social worker. So I worked in domestic violence, sexual assault, and human trafficking work since I was 20 years old. My first paid job. And worked full time in social work. Started off as a case manager, moved into counseling, moved into education as a educator, training coordinator, and then moved into policy work. And finally, I was the executive director of two different domestic violence nonprofits, one in Seattle and one here in Houston after I moved over here. So real estate was definitely not in my dream idea, nothing at all. And I also always like to share. My dad's a pastor and my mom's a nurse. So we grew up with service as the only thing that we knew was just serve the community. We always had visitors sleeping at our house and never had a meal alone. And it was just constantly, that's how we grew up. When I moved here to Houston, part of the social work I had done was not just social work in terms of, I'm not actually an LMSW or counselor therapist. Actually, I'm a community organizer and community activist. So I had worked for years serving community members, especially some folks who were undocumented for a while, just all kind of different people. When I got to Houston, several of them were living here already before I got here, and they were starting to buy houses. And so they were saying, hey, Bincy, can you look at my paperwork? We trust you that you will tell me, is what the realtor said correct or not? We don't know the realtor. Can you look at the paperwork? And so I was looking at some paperwork for different people, and my spouse and a few friends were like, why don't you get your real estate license? And I was like, real estate? What are you talking about? Totally. And I actually went and met somebody at a church fair who was a realtor. They sponsored the church fair, and I said, I think I might want to get my real estate license. And they kind of looked me up and down like, oh, they were just so negative, right? It was in our culture, in specific culture, it was kind of implied it was a man's job, right? And not a woman's job. And I was like, oh, okay. So I Googled how to get a real estate license and got my real estate license, and started my real estate career. And I'm proud to say that very first year, I sold 23 houses, right? And so social work, I mean, just being who I am, and people said, we trust you with the deal. So.
You know what stuck out to me in that whole little spiel? So you were advising on promulgated forms unlicensed?
Yes, absolutely.
Shoot, we're recording this, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I was an unlicensed person, so I wouldn't know it was a promulgated form. I never heard the word promulgated until I got to class. So yes.
True.
Yes.
All right, so let's transition into real estate now.
Mhm.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your journey in real estate and your business.
Sure. I will say, I mean,
This is my enough, so you can try to be-
okay, that's fine. Okay, I don't know. So with real estate, it was a tough journey. So you see my four kiddos here. I got into real estate 10 years ago in 2014. I had a 3-year-old and a one-year-old at that time. And I had two more quickly after. So I have four kiddos in 5 years. And so it was, Diana Koskoska shares a story about how she used to
Tote her kids and all. Yeah.
tote her kids in the red wagon. So that was my blue Sienna, which we still have. And I would take them everywhere. My husband had a job. He would have to go very early in the morning, come back very late at night. And I needed to sell houses. That was what I had taken on. And so they would sit in the car. I'd have them in the driveway during showings, open houses. Now, guys, I didn't expect this, so sorry. It was a lot. It was a lot. And I remember as they got older, they would say, "Oh, I'm only one house today," because they were going to, however many the buyer wanted
Holding
to
you
see. They were
accountable?
just no, I mean, they were just so used to that kind of lifestyle.
Oh,
But
showings.
of showings and doing all that stuff. And so it was rough. It was really rough in the beginning. I said 23 the first year. The second year was like 10, and the third year was 7, guys. So don't think it was like this instant, immediate, it was a
Launch, yeah.
trajectory up. It was definitely up and down. My in-laws, my parents, everyone is great. Nobody lives with us, but my kids did spend some time in India. we spent about 2.5 years in India with my husband and I going back and forth to be with our kids. Unfortunately, with leverage, which I highly recommend, including showing agents, I was able to cap every year, right?
Yeah.
And so that was an incredible accomplishment. It was just barely capping on 1 year, but it capped every year because we were able to use the help of other agents. So that was really a good awakening. And then a few years ago, I started working as a team model. It didn't work. I had really great team members who I'm still very good friends with, but I didn't know how to be a boss. I didn't know how to tell them, oh, we got to do this or do that. We were like, we're all figuring out together, guys. Come on. And that wasn't really functioning. So
Wait, you didn't know how to do that?
I did not know how
Aren't
to
you a
do
wife?
that. Let me tell you, it just did not work. It just did not work. So ups and downs. And then recently I've, kind of learned from my mistakes. I'm in coaching now. So I highly recommend coaching if you want to get to the next level. I have an amazing team member who's here today, Lee, who is just amazing. And so it's about taking time to finding that right fit. So 10 years later, I finally feel like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's the
I love
conclusion.
it. Now, you mentioned capping a couple of times, so your journey actually began at KW, didn't it?
It did.
Okay, you were at
Yes.
KW Memorial for quite a few years.
I
How
was
long?
8 years.
Okay, 8 years there, and then you
I
left.
left for a year and I came back to KW. And if people are thinking about leaving, I'll talk to you privately. I don't want to disparage any companies. I will say when I came back, I did not want to come back. Let me also say that I was like, oh, they're going to be like, oh, she's going back to KW. Like, but I looked at so many companies. I analyzed so many companies, what they were offering, what they said they were offering versus what was actually being given. And KW, especially the Southwest office, really.
See, whenever you say KW Southwest, it's like
No, I'll tell you, I had some biases against KW Southwest also. I'm just gonna put it out
We
there.
had a conversation
I was like,
previously. Yes.
KW Southwest, whatever. But
So what changed that?
it is so.
You were waiting for that intro. First of all, you slide in the back, and then you go. No, I'm just kidding. Something changed in October, didn't it?
When I was in KW at Memorial, I actually got a chance when I took Bolt, I think 5 times, and I always took it at a different office, right? And so I took it at Sugarland twice, I think. And so I did know a lot of agents here, and that's how we met. Before you were ever a team leader, you were an agent, and we were in our Bolt team together. We were Bolt buddies. And so I kind of was like, okay, I trust what's happening here, and to be able to kind of look past whatever thoughts people had, oh, there's agents are, like this there and agents are like that there. Really, it's about the work and it's about what we're putting in to what we're taking out. And so I was, when you spoke to me again, I was first kind of like, oh, is he for real? And then I was very impressed. And I said, I'm in.
You heard that, right? She said she was very impressed.
I was impressed.
Yes,
I was.
Because I know some of y'all are doubting it.
No, I was
Just
impressed.
All right. So when Sharon was up here, she brought up something about how she tells DJ that, hey, you give, and the more you give, you will eventually receive, right? So you received something last year that was pretty honorable for your work, right? And not necessarily real estate work, but the amount that you give, and that was a award from HAR.
Yes.
Right. So tell us a little bit about that award.
So every year HAR gives 2 awards annually. There's which a few years ago I didn't even know that these awards existed, but obviously not why we do anything. But one of the awards is the Realtor of the Year award, and one award is the John Wolf Community Service Award. And last year I was very honored. So I'll also say this: I looked at the past award winners. And many of them are very mature. Many of them are very older.
What do you mean by mature? I gotcha.
Philanthropic, giving hundreds of thousands of dollars, like doing like really amazing things. And so despite all of that, I was very honored to be awarded that for my work over the years, doing community work while as a real estate agent.
That's
so
awesome.
It was,
well, congratulations on that. That's a pretty big deal.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the work. What is it? Some of the highlights of what you're involved in.
Yeah. So I say I was a social worker, but the reality is I still am a social worker. In the sense of socially, people still reach out to me. Domestic violence, again, in the South Asian culture is something a lot of people don't talk about.
Sure.
And so when I had a lot of people calling me, including referred by priests and pastors and judges and other people in the area will say, well, maybe you should call Bincy and she can guide you. So there's a lot of community referrals that still come in to say, call and talk. So a lot of that work is actually stuff that I can't post about, and I can't say, oh, look who I helped today, guys. Like it's not appropriate. And so confidentiality and discretion is really big. But as a community service as well, like I said, I served a lot of folks who are newer immigrants, right? And I think this is important when we talk about immigration journeys and immigration histories. A lot of times like, oh, South Asians, high income status or high,
Professionals and
purchase capacity, high professionals, all that. That's not really true. There's
Correct.
people that came with different immigration histories.
Absolutely.
So my parents immigrated in the early 80s through my mom's job. My husband immigrated in the mid 2000s for his own job. He had a very different experience coming to America than what my parents and what
Sure.
we experienced.
Yeah.
And people coming now have a very different experience. So there's a different language set. There's a lot of people that don't speak English as much as they used to in the past. There's different educational backgrounds. So a lot of my clients are in that recent immigrant group. And so some of the stuff I try to do is break down information. So I speak one language and I don't speak the more popular languages, but I'll do what I call simple English videos. So particularly when Hurricane Harvey happened, I had a series of 7 or 8 videos out about, okay, if you got flooded, these are some of the steps you can do. This is the phone number for FEMA. This is how you get insurance help. The second, and this is kind of before video was as popular as
Yes,
it is
true.
today, right? So in 2017. And then if you're undocumented, this is some of the help that you can get. If you are, don't have insurance, this is what you can do. And so we just kind of helping to be a resource whenever there's a need in the community. Also,
Servant leader.
yeah, when the George Floyd thing happened, that was another incident or another opportunity to educate community members. And so I speak a language called Malayalam. And so people who speak Malayalam are called Malayalis
Yes,
in our community. So we started a Malayalis for Black Lives Facebook group that had about 10,000 people join in like the first week, 2
Wow.
weeks. And we facilitated dozens of formal conversations with leaders, including Shad Bogany, who's one of the a real powerhouse in real estate in Houston, to talk about everything from, how does racism affect real estate? What does redlining mean? What does all this stuff mean to the community, right? Not just amongst ourselves, but putting a lot of stuff out there. So those are some of the things that they highlighted. But again, the continuous work is about serving individuals
Yeah.
every day.
Absolutely. And now you're segueing into it. So this is where I want to take it because I think it's equally as important, right? The more we're giving out and you're visible in the community, that can impact your business, right? It's just the nature of the beast, right? So tell me a little bit about how it's impacted your business and how you've had business growth through just giving back in the community.
Well, it's funny you said how business growth, because I'll tell you, sometimes I feel like it impacts me negatively.
Okay.
Also,
Sure.
right?
That's
Because people are like, oh, she's too radical, or she's too out there. She's always talking about community stuff, or she's not happy and positivity and all this all the time. It's hard, right? When you see
Sure.
people struggling, whether it's locally, nationally, internationally. So my feed looks a little bit different. I find it really hard to just say, oh, all business all the time. I try to be a little
Yes.
bit more authentic to who I am and authentic to the principles and values of my faith that I carry with me. But my belief in God is that the people who find me and who I find, that there will be a good connection. And so business has been fairly good. I am involved in some other, I didn't talk about the more formal roles. I'm on the boards of several organizations, volunteer all the time, just like the group that came in today. So, there's alliances there where people will say, oh yeah, this is my fellow board member,
Yes.
here's an introduction, or here's a referral
Yeah.
for real estate, et cetera. So yes, there's definitely been some positive, but there's also when you speak up for something, you may lose some people
Sure.
that are not aligned
Natural.
with you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
of course. Absolutely. Okay, so if agents wanted to start getting involved themselves, whether it's in the community or whatever they choose to, what's the
Mhm.
best way of doing that?
So I will say there's 2 ways I would recommend. One is, as realtors, we are privileged to be with people in like the best of times and the worst of times,
Sure.
right? So we see people in their struggle and we see people in their, happy moments.
Yes.
So really keep your eyes open to whoever's in your circles, right? There are people, and we talk about foreclosure and debt and all that stuff, but there's people really struggling. And so if you can just reach out, I think we were at family reunion when Tony Robbins shared about the family that bought the the meal for him and his dad, who grew up in a very tough childhood situation. And for Thanksgiving, they didn't have food. And somebody showed up with 2 bags of food and, kind of made them take it. And then he repeated that. And now he's served, I think, over a billion meals. That's the kind of stuff, right? If we can provide a meal, if we can do some personal charity, charity starts at home, and that is important. The other thing is to also formally, I mean, there are so many organizations here that need people like us. And when I say people like us, realtors, we have a skill set that y'all don't know. Like, you guys have to have some kind of technology you have to know some tech to be in real estate, right? You need to know how to send an email or make a Canva flyer. You can market things. You can be your voice out there in the community. So many nonprofits have boards and volunteers that don't have that skill set. We can easily join and make a big impact in a small time.
Agreed.
So to go and like find people, to go to networks, go and say, hey, oh, you're involved in something, I'd love to get involved, or start your own thing if that's what's inspiring you. But you have an amazing skill set as realtors to provide to the community. And I think that's important.
That's awesome.
Mm.
That is awesome. Okay. Any final piece of advice for everybody?
Not advice such. I mean, I'm in the journey. That's all I will say.
Okay.
I would never put myself on a pedestal because I feel like some days I'm going slow, some days I'm going fast. So we're all on our own journeys, and we bring each other together.
Do you believe that this journey is worth taking
I do.
for everyone?
I do, absolutely. And I believe that, the more people we help, the further we go, right? They say that if you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, go together, right? There's a saying like that.
Yeah.
So go together.
It's awesome. I love it. And that's the
Yeah.
epitome of our culture. That's the culture of our company, and you're the epitome of our culture. So I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
That's-
Thank you guys. Bincy Jacob.
Thank you, Doctor.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. You're a star. Love it. Awesome. Awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And, it was a little different approach today. And that was the point, right? Because this is what we are as a culture, as a company, and as a family. All right. Good deal. So let's get our partners up here. There we go. Awesome. Oh my God. Look at him racing up here. Look at that. All right. What you got, Mr. Dale?
Well, wanted to say good afternoon to everyone, and thanks for coming out during spring break. I know a lot of people have kids at home and things. You've made an effort to be here. Wanted to talk about a couple of things. Red Day is a phenomenal opportunity for you in your business to promote the good that you can do out for the community. It's a place to work, though. Put in the work. Don't use it as just a photo op so I can say, hey, I was there. This place needs 150 volunteers a week. There's a lot of work to do. So be prepared to jump in and help out. We are doing bingo, as everyone knows. Bingo is going to be next Thursday. Who in here needs to win a $100 gift card? That's it? That's it? We've got 10 potential opportunities to win a game. So we're going to have a lot of prizes for you all. It is great fun. We're not going to talk about business. We're going to have some different sponsors that are going to talk briefly about what they do, but it's a time to come and have a great time. We will have food. We'll have adult beverages. We will just have a great time. So looking forward to having you here. The information regarding times and place, obviously here, is about the office. I think that Norman posted something or will post something out there for you all to be able to see. You don't have to RSVP. We want you just to show up. We're going to have fun there. Last thing to talk about briefly, interest rates. What are rates doing? Anyone know? Where? When? When? The reason I ask this is you all constantly are asked, what are rates? What are rates? What are rates? We're constantly asked by you, what are rates? What are rates? And we're going to respond to you. There's a lot of information we need to get. It's not just about credit scores. It's about the loan program. How much money are you putting down? What are your current credit scores? What's your percentage of debt? You need to get with a loan officer to be able to determine exactly what a mortgage payment looks like and how much your people can qualify for. Interest rates are still high. For whatever reason, over the last couple of days, they've gone up higher than where they were. So tune in when you can. Get with a loan officer that has a good grasp as to what's going on in the market to help you guide your clients. Is now a good time to buy or not? So we're here to help you. Please use us.
Awesome. Thank you, Dale.
Yeah, thank you.
Aldridge, come on up, buddy. What you got? Ready for baseball season?
Yes, sir. Hey, so good afternoon, everybody. I'm Aldridge Jack. Also, Melissa's here. Also, we're here today, tag team today. So just want to thank you all for the people who came to the survey class last week. Did y'all feel like it was a great class? Okay, awesome. So our next class is on March 25th. People asked for 1031 exchange. I did email the flyer. I did give it to Ms. Verna. I did copy everybody again. Also, we had a class this past weekend. We had some of your agents here that came to the creative finance class. So they went to the class last Saturday. They got to know what was a net listing, which is a novation agreement. They found out what was a sub 2 and a wrap. So those are things that you're thinking about. Please let us know if you're interested. Also, we have our next investor class that's on the 27th. That is of March. And I did email the flyer and the link over to Verna and copy Ms. Sharon. So if there's any questions you need for us, please let us know. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, buddy. All right, and that's it, guys.
Fun fact.
Right, guys.
Hi, it's Melissa from Patent Title Downstairs. I hope you guys are enjoying Aldridge and getting to know him. I miss you guys. Fun fact, horses only breathe through their nose. They cannot breathe through their mouth. Right? See?
You just had to confirm it?
Yeah. Because Google, when you Google stuff,
Oh, goodness. Yes. All right, guys. Is that it? All right. Awesome. Well, appreciate y'all being here today. Those of you. Oh, yes. I apologize. Yes. One more. Well, I didn't know if y'all wanted to eat or not, right? So come on up, Mary. Yes, you are. Wow. You're the.
Yes, of course.
I know, right?
I had the food, right?
Yes.
So,
Please welcome Mary.
so I'll go
No,
really fast.
right here, right
I'll go really
Right here.
fast.
No, take your time.
I'm loud enough, really. Okay, hi. Oh, yeah, okay, thank you. Hi, I'm Mary Elliott with DSLD Homes, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you all for inviting me. I've already worked with one of your agents, Alicia, which has been wonderful. We're really excited about bringing DSLD to the Houston, Texas market. And the thing that we are most proud of is that we're Energy Star certified. And what that means to you all is that they're going to be 30% less on their utilities. So I'm really proud of that. And we're in Emberley right now, and we're in Mauston. And Patty, where did Patty go? Oh, Patty, come on. Oh, Patty and myself are both in Emberley. I think some of y'all have seen her, and we're excited. We have a lot of inventory homes, a lot of specials. And like you said about interest rates, it is very strange that all you hear is they're going down, and they're not. So we are offering a 5.75, and they get 10,000 in closing costs. So that's very special. And it's funny, my background, I'm from Kentucky. So the horses and the Kentucky Derby, I have been to the Derby once, but I never saw a horse. So figure that one out. It's called the infield. So anyways, if y'all have any questions, we just kind of did a slide just on the energy efficiencies. I'm trying to be fast because I know everybody's hungry. A better way to live, build, and save. The inventory homes, the one thing, a lot of our standards are upgrades in other builders. So I want to really ask for y'all to come out and visit us. Come out and visit us on the, yeah. And so we'd love for you to, yes. Beasley is past Rosenberg, just about 10 miles past Rosenberg. Yeah. So yeah, and it's right. I mean, it's right. You can see it. There's so many signs right now. So yeah, it's right off 59. The school district is Lamar. Yes. Yeah, so like Beasley is the elementary school, right? Yeah. And they are going to be building an elementary school there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because you've been there. Yeah. I mean, he loved our homes. So yeah. Yeah. So we're excited, and we. Oh, Brandon. So, and this is just pretty much, we're just Energy Star certified is what I would like everybody to take home. I know you're tired and ready to eat. So this is just all the things that we put into it. I'm not gonna bore you with it, but trust me, it makes a difference because we have to get third-party inspections throughout the building of the home. And then we have, after they close, a 30-day with our superintendent. I don't know any builder that does that. Most builders want to run. I'm not saying that bad, but I promise I'm not. And then they get a 6-month and a 12-month. And we do allow dirt builds, and they can pick some of their colors of cabinets and flooring and all that. And our home warranty, like it says, is covered in 6-year structural. So see ya next week, I guess. Or is that yours? I was like, did I say that? Am I coming back?
Y'all better be out there next week. There's a couple of questions for you, dear. Sure.
Oh yeah, Dana, this is Dana, my manager.
And
If you want to come up here real quick so they can hear you online.
I'm pretty loud.
No, they can't hear you online.
I started my career, in real estate, actually with this office back at Town Center, like 3 decades ago. So I have worked, as a VP of sales and marketing for some of the largest, production builders here in Houston. And DSLD is #1 in Louisiana. They build in Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. So this is our first time of penetrating the market here in Houston. I came here for very specific reasons. And I love the home building industry. I love the agents. I've been around it for 30 years, but DSLD does a couple of things that are very unique. They are so customer centric. They will not steal the equity from a buyer. So if your buyer buys a home, there will be no other buyer in a grand opening community for the life of that community that we will sell the home less than that original buyer. You'll never see that ever. The other thing that we do is we use the Trek contract because we don't want to identify ourselves as a builder. We believe that there should be no secrets. We shouldn't have all these lengthy builder contracts that have all this nonsense that protect the builder instead of the buyer. So we actually use a Trek contract. So I am very excited as we build into Houston and open communities across the city, north, south, east, and west. We will grow exponentially. And I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit about who we are. Research us, look at the Louisiana market. We are #1, even over the top 2 national builders, which is pretty impressive. So we're excited to be here, and I hope to see you guys.
Thank y'all.
Will you guys still be around if anybody has questions or whatnot? Are y'all still hovering? Okay,
And
awesome.
we also don't take earnest money as of right now.
No, we
because
don't take earnest money.
Okay,
So they just believe in their product that much and not to pressure.
cool, awesome. We appreciate that, guys. All right, well, thank you guys for being here. For those of you that are here, enjoy your lunch. For those of you online, make it a good one.